Unstoppable action here at round 4 of the Nutri-Grain Iron Women and the Iron Men with their toes in the sand not too far away. A big thank you to the Coogin Surf Club and the Tweed Shire Council. We are so lucky to be here in Kingscliff. The story of the series so far is Ali Day, 3 from 3 so far, and he is with Jordan Mercer.
Ali Day, complete dominance these opening rounds. Is the series over? Have you wrapped it up?
Nah, definitely not. You've got to pretend like it's round 1 again. Everything's back to neutral. Round 1 again today. You got to, the point score resets and just got to get off to a good start again.
You've had it pretty busy 2 weeks between racing. How have you handled that?
Oh, just day by day. I've had a lot of support and a lot of help around me. Just trying to communicate well with my family and my sponsors and my coaches and things like that. And as I said, just take it day by day.
Is there any of the Ironmen that you think today could really put it to you? Yeah,
all of them. All of them are today. Obviously, as I said before, the point score resets itself, but a lot of guys, we all raced a few weeks ago here, so they want to redeem themselves as guys that want to win a race, as guys that want to get on the podium. So I think it's going to be red hot today.
I agree. Can't wait for the action. Good luck, Ali.
Thanks, Geordie. Cheers.
Well, Josh, over 600 plus days away from the sport. We weren't sure if we were ever going to see him back again. Can anyone get to Ali Day today?
I do not know. We'll take a look at the start list. Maybe one of these men. Of course, the men in green, they qualified through last year. No yellow, no Kendrick Louis. His calf injury ruled him out today. We also lose Tannen Linden, which means Charlie Verco from North Bondi will get his first ever start at the top level of the sport, the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. He'll be in pink with the qualifiers. And of course, Wes Gould and Isaac Smith, the boys in orange, they're the wild cards, the ones to watch out for. It is on, and someone needs to stand up today and take a title away from Ali Day.
Well, as the men get ready to race, it's important to mention that all these athletes are trained lifesavers first and foremost, with many still actively patrolling down on the beaches where you swim. Sadly, there have been 45 ocean drowning deaths so far this summer in Australia. So if you want to be watched over by our lifesavers, by some of these amazing athletes, Josh, make sure if you're on the beach with the kids having a swim, get down there, swim between the red and yellow flag. Stay safe. You might have this guy looking out for you.
Mr. Hayden White, one of the best in the business, and he's a good-looking bloke as well, so if he comes out and grabs you, you'll have a nice view on the ride home. They do an important job, and everybody, you have to patrol on the weekends if you want to race in the Ironman series, and they love to give back, so it's important there. The boys are on the line, set, Endurosurf. Ski, swim, board is the order, just like the girls, 3 laps of that, so it's a tough test. It took the girls just a little bit over 35 minutes. The boys might be 2, 3, 4 minutes faster, and a lot of nervous faces there. Matt Bevilacqua closest to the screen, number 2. Hayden
He'll be looking
White,
for a big result today, Bevy.
Very, very big. He's a little bit further down the overall point score than he would have liked, but he's going to try and get himself back into it at the moment. But Jackson Borg, 3rd in, just having a laugh on the green ski, green top there. Sitting 3rd overall. He's been one of the surprise packets of the series so far.
How consistent has he been? Getting real reward for so much hard work through the racing, Josh. The tie's dropping a little bit. Toes on the line.
Away and off at the moment. The boys, they grab those skis, charge in. They'll throw them forward, try and get the paddle around, get on and get away. The clash of paddles there, and if you don't get into it fast, you're going to miss it. Corey Taylor on the red nose got it off like he was shot out of a gun. On this side, have a look at Joe Collins go. The young Kiwi, absolutely flying. He's the youngest man in the field, and he does not care about age, reputation, or anything. He's going to put his head down and go like he's been shot out of a gun. He's sitting 4th on the overall point score. He wants to be one of the big dogs in surf sports, and have a look who's coming up alongside him. Pink ski, centre of the screen. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Ali Day.
We say his name all day long, unstoppable. Let's not forget 2 broken wrists, the Ali Day story. He's been raising them high to the sky. It wasn't so long they were both in slings in hospital. So Ali Day, your leader. We've said that a few times across all the rounds as they come together, Josh. The paddles, those skis so close together. There's no place to make friends in there.
Yeah, have a look at this pack that's just gone to the front. Hayden White, former Australian junior kayaker there. He's dragging Jackson Borg and Matt Bevilacqua. They're just out of shot on that right-hand side. Ali Day, Hayden White grew up together, so they know how each other races. You can see Ali starting to come across there. Jackson Borg, the bottom right-hand side on the green ski. Then it's Hayden White. He snapped his ski a week ago in giant surf on the Gold Coast. And when I say giant, 15 foot, snapped it, still managed to ride it to the beach. He's borrowing Geordie Mercer's ski today, so it's not even his craft, but it's definitely his best leg. The big fella leads out, Matt Bevilacqua on his outside, and he's putting in an unbelievable performance. Training trains out of the Currumbin Club now, formerly of Warilla Barrack Point on the south coast. And Ali Day grew up there as well. Ben Carberry grew up there. Max Beattie had a time there. It's one of the best small clubs, and it's produced some absolute Ironman stars. And Hayden White is proving he might just be the best ski paddler in surf sports at the moment. He's competitive in the single ski race, and he's an Ironman. The two former training partners in 1 and 2, Hayden White, Matt Bevilacqua comes around to join him, and you see the way Bevilacqua, he ran that one round the corner. The boys put the pressure on now. They're going to try and blow this race wide open. Bevilacqua goes closer to us. He's going to run this down. White's missed it. Bevilacqua, smart. The man from Tasmania, the youngest ever Tasmanian champion at just 16 years of age, former series champion in 2018. He's had 6 race wins. He ran it all the way down. You can see those waves coming through on the far right-hand side. Hayden White's just picked one up over there as well. That's going to get very shallow. It's a little bit tricky. Bevilacqua didn't have the starts of the summer he was looking for. He's sitting 7th on the overall point score. He wants to be on top. Oh, sideways. Borg's gone sideways. So Jackson Borg's gone sideways. Hayden White, he's going to cut in front of a couple of the boys there. There's Jackson Maynard in the background. Jay Finesse, Cooper Williams coming down, and Hayden White's found a way to grind back up into it. The big fella, he has done a fantastic job to open this up, and it's expected that Hayden White would lead us early, but Matt Bevilacqua, he's had the start of his life so far. Stands up into transition, looks very, very strong.
Now, we spoke about this, the intent, taking it up to win the Iron Women and the Iron Men. Ali Day has done the same thing. He's dominated the first 3 races. They needed to respond this field, and Bevilacqua right now saying, I'm the man for that job.
They're not afraid of Ali Day. They've trained with him, they've grown up with him, they've raced him, but he just had his own way all weekend a fortnight ago. He's into 4th place there, hot on his heels. Jay Finesse just shoulders out Jackson Borg, so it's Jay Finesse in 2nd of that group. Jackson Borg, Corey Taylor, then it's Jackson Maynard, TJ Hendy, Cooper Williams, look for a big swim for him. Dan Collins, the swimmers are here. Joe Collins, they're not brothers. Wes Gould from WA, Zach Morris, then Matt Poole, the first of the green rashies there. Our man in 2nd on the overall point score. Jai Timperley is a long, long way down. He's in 16th place, and Isaac Smith is all the way at the bottom, so plenty of work to do there for Jai Timperley as they chase our leader. At the moment, it's Matt Bevilacqua in 1 and Hayden White in 2.
A former series champion leading us out, Matt Bevilacqua, into the swim leg here at Kingscliff Beach. We'll be right back straight after this. Race leader Matt Bevilacqua here in the second leg to swim of this first lap of 3, the Endurosurf. Josh, what a response from Matt Bevilacqua. Is he the man to go with Ali Day?
Oh, it looks like it today. They're side by side. Ali Day swum up alongside him. First round, Matt Bevilacqua came in super underdone. He'd had broken ribs. He didn't tell anyone. Jai Timperley actually ran his ski into him, cracked a couple of his ribs, so he hadn't done the work, but this 2 weeks has absolutely done him a treat at the moment. He's looking strong. Ali Day swims into 1. You see them stand up as that tide gets lower. They're going to have to push down this one. It's all about body surfing. Put your head down. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. First man to breathe loses, and that's Bevilacqua. Ali Day just opens up a little bit. Hayden White still in 3rd. The rest of the field pushing down these runners at the moment. They're going to get a push. So's Hayden White, but it's just going to take them into the gutter. And Ali Day, those extra maybe 2 or 3 metres on that wave has really opened it up at the moment. You can't let Ali Day get away because he's just going to really turn the screws on you. Bevilacqua looks strong. He's a great board paddler, but he's got to get back into this race and back onto Ali Day's heels.
So Bevilacqua, he wouldn't have been happy with his first 3 rounds,
no,
but understandably with busted ribs and a ski just in there, just for a little bit more fun and games to make you feel good.
Oh, it's very tough. He got an 11th in the opening round. That is one of his worst performances in a long, long time, and he's looking to rectify it here today. But just like the opening 3 rounds, we've seen it all before. Ali Day puts the head down, drives hard for home. He's not worried about what the rest of the field's doing. He's going to work, stands up, gets the legs up, drives with those arms, and you can see, compared to the Ali Day 2 years ago, he's got more muscle on those shoulders. He looks bigger and stronger, and he's definitely faster. That break, if anything, gave him time to sort of reset himself, set his body up, and he is an animal of an athlete.
And with her toes in the sand, of course, a former Iron Woman Series champion, Jordan Mercer. Geordie, take us through this field right now. Who's looking like they can catch Ali Day right now?
Look, at the moment, Matt Bevilacqua Bevilacqua is on the chase. He's looking definitely more comfortable than he did in those opening 3 rounds. But same goes. It is now or never. The boys really need to step up. We've got Jay Finesse, Corey Taylor, incredible board paddlers chasing down Ali Day. If they can get through this little first bank, there is a chance.
Well, Josh, we're going to find out. Do these 2 extra weeks of training now for Bevilacqua, does that give him enough now to go with Day? Because he's got to make his move again.
We're about to find out, and like Jordan said, there are very good board paddlers there. Jay Finesse is the current Australian champion. Corey Taylor, he's won rounds in the Nutri-Grain IronMan series before. Bevilacqua, he's the world paddleboard champion. So if you're going to catch Ali Day, they're the 3 men that could possibly do it. He just leans up, gets the nose over one of those little waves, and here we go. Bevilacqua chasing very, very hard, but Day, once again, looks comfortable, not resting on his heels as they go through transition. The boys a long way down. A big swim from Kai Kinsella and Matt Poole, Jai Timperley. They caught up 8 places each. So as the rest of the field just gets hit, Ali Day's in green water, but big moves from some of the big hitters. Timperley, Poole, jumping 8 places in that swim alone. They're starting to work into it, but this is where it's going to get interesting. You're going to see Bevilacqua, Corey Taylor, Jay Finesse trying to work into this one, trying to bring Ali Day back, but maybe it's more of the same. Can they do what they couldn't do in the opening round?
Well, as we've said, it's now where they've got to get to him. You can't let Ali Day lead this race. We saw it in the Iron Women. Lana Rogers, if they turn that corner with that lead, they get the waves, they make the break. So they've got to lead Ali Day. But the question now, can they actually catch him?
Yeah, that's it. They're going to be praying for a wave once they turn this can. Day turns. He just puts the power down. You can see, starts to wind up, kicks those legs a little bit, uses the runners across the back. This is Bevilacqua down onto the stomach. It's a safety first option as they go around that can. They don't want to fall off like Hannah Scully did. It can be so costly. So he goes around. He'll see the man in the lead. That's the gap. Half the can length or 3/4 of the can length. So maybe 60 metres. Corey Taylor sitting on Bevilacqua. Oh, Bevilacqua just takes a little rest there. Maybe he hasn't got much left in the tank. Maybe he cooked himself a little bit early on, but we're about to find out as Day lifts the rating, starts to go for home because he's really going to push it. We've done ski, swim, board once. We've got 2 more of those. It's a hell of a long way, but these guys are built. They're the toughest Ironman in the world.
It is the Endurosurf format, so 3 laps here. We're just about to complete our first lap. We'll do it again twice more. Into this zone here. Pushing.
Bevilacqua's found a runner. He's found a runner. It won't be on the same wave, but he's found something to get away from the rest of the field, and he will only be 1 wave behind Ali Day. So we thought he was done, but maybe he was just saving it up, saving it up. Corey Taylor gets on the far left-hand side. Jay Finesse has missed it. The go is to go to the right. Corey Taylor, that's him there. Go right, boys, go right, get a wave, make it easy on yourself. And that's what they've all done. Look at Bevilacqua push hard for home. We almost rode him off, but he's going to come down. Matt Poole, Dan Collins, they're on the next one as well. So Matt Bevilacqua has closed it up. He's on the far right-hand side of your screen. He's half a board length behind Ali Day. He's maybe 50 metres down the beach, but he's in this one. He's in this one up to his eyeballs. We've done ski, we've done swim, we've done board. We get to do it all again 2 more times, and it's a clash of the titans. Ali Day's had it all his own way, and Matt Bevilacqua is sick of it.
The surf skills on show there from Bevy, incredible. As we said, you've got to lead Ali Day. You cannot play catch up. He is too good right now, and he will win this race. Bevilacqua, seeing that, he lifted the rating off the can, got a couple of deep breaths back in those somewhat sore ribs he'll still have. But that extra training now, and for the young nippers at home, Josh, how good was those surf skills bringing it back to the beach?
And Jai Timperley's up into 4th as they go. You're spot on. Great surf skills. So it's Day Bevilacqua, Corey Taylor. Jai Timperley, he jumped 8 places in the swim. He's jumped another 4 in the board there. He is charging through this field, and maybe he's the man to get into the mix on the front at the moment. But this is it. Race on. Ali Day, centre of the screen as Finn Askew comes through. Zach Morris, Wes Gould at the bottom of the screen. Cooper Williams and Nathan Gray, they go through, and the entire field is only 40 seconds from top to bottom. So that's half of what the girls were. This race is close as Ali Day gets hit. Oh, Ali Day gets hit. Corey Taylor comes up alongside him. Mother Nature says you're not going to have it all your own way, Ali Day. And now we are in a real race in 3. Corey Taylor's there. Bevilacqua got hit on the far right-hand side as well. So just like that, you can think you're out. A little wave stands up and you get smacked in the face.
Absolutely on the chase there. Bevilacqua got the wave right on the hammer now. Taylor coming up today. And again, this is what we've spoken about. You are with the battle for first. Ali Ali Day in the pink. On the green there, Taylor going stroke for stroke with him now. Elbows out racing, saying, I am coming to you, champ. Let's rumble.
Call your neighbour. Tell them to come over and watch this because we have a battle royale right now. You won't see anything better. Corey Taylor, the former Kiwi, 4-time New Zealand champion. Ali Day, he's got 2 series wins. These are the best of the best, and they're going side by side.
Let's jump in the IRB here, Josh. You are just metres away from these skis right now. Jump aboard with us in there. Amazing shots. Corey Taylor up into second place. Ali Day there in first. And you could see on that shot from the IRB, the waves rolling in.
Yeah.
Amazing vision of the conditions that you're seeing up close and personal.
Yeah, very, very tough. And Ali Day's doing the right thing here. He's just putting the power down. He's on the inside. He knows when he turns that can, he's going to get another half ski length because he has the shorter route around. Smart racing for Ali Day. This is Bevilacqua back in third place. Jai Timperley on his heels. So Bevilacqua will be grumpy after he got hit by that wave. But that's Surf Sports Racing. 1 and 2 around the cans. You can see 3 and 4 just coming into shot there. There's plenty of work for those guys to do, but they're close enough if they're good enough. This is the key moment. This is where Ali Day will get a runner, push, and open a gap up. Corey Taylor says, thank you very much, but I'm going to do the same thing. He's going to try and get involved in this one on the way home. Day will be the first to turn. A little wave comes underneath him. You can see the rating will go up. The nose starts to dip. Corey Taylor's missed the can.
Disaster.
Corey Taylor's missed the can. Oh, what a mistake. That is brutal. That will almost end your day. You've just opened the gap up for Ali Day to go away. And while you're trying to get back around, Ali Day's riding him to the beach. Corey Taylor will be kicking himself. He'll be filthy at the moment. He gets a run out the back, but you can see Day. He goes, thank you, boys. You aren't going to get another opportunity at me.
Surf sports at its best. Those minuscule moments there, turning an absolute race, missing the can, massive there. And Ali Day just putting them to the sword right now.
Oh, rubbing salt into the wounds. Not only did you miss the can, but I got a wave, and you can see that Ali Day knew if he could get away here. We'll watch the replay. Corey Taylor's just been hit sideways. A little wash pushed him to the other side. Mother Nature just had a role to play. He went a little bit too fine, and look at the gap. It just opens and opens and opens. And the further Ali Day goes out in front, the more confidence he gets and the more likely he is to keep going. Ski, swim, board. This is the second of the ski legs so far. We're roughly at the halfway mark of this one. They'll head into the halfway of the swim, and they've got plenty of work to do because have a look how big that gap was. Those two men were side by side just a mere moment ago.
Oh, amazing action. Jordan Mercer, you are down there. Jordan, take us through how good Ali's looking right now.
Absolutely phenomenal. We see that he thrives off confidence, and in enduro formats, consistency is rewarded. We've just seen it time and time again. If you turn that can in first place, you get first pick of the waves. It's as simple as that. And with Corey Taylor making that crucial mistake around that can, the race could be well and truly over.
And the heartbreak on the face there, Josh. You can see it from Taylor. But look, it's all about resilience. He'll climb this hill again. He'll get refocused. You can't dwell on that. You've got a long way of Endurosurf still to go.
I'm going to say something wild here. I think Jai Timperley can get back into that. That's him, number 7, running through at the moment. He was down in 16th place just 2 legs ago. He's now up into 3rd. Matt Poole and Jackson Maynard, they'll come around in 5 and 6. But Jai Timperley is flying. He is on fire at the moment, working his way through the field. If he had a better start, I reckon he would have been with Ali Day. No use worrying about that now, but I reckon he works his way through and at least makes a race of this one. Nathan Gray, Hayden White, Jackson Borg looking very tired. The man in 3rd place overall on the point score. There's Jay Finesse, TJ Hendy, Isaac Smith. They'll charge around and under. They're sitting in, 12th, 13th and 14th place at the moment, and this is our leader, Ali Day.
And that's the question that we're going to ask very shortly. Ali Day leading it out. Can anyone catch him? We'll continue with the coverage here. Back in 90 seconds time. Live from Kingscliff Beach, we are halfway through this Endurosurf, Josh. We're in the swim leg, the exact halfway point. 3 laps around, halfway, Ali Day in the lead.
That's it, and he has been on fire, but he's been helped by his rivals. They keep making mistakes. Corey Taylor's going stroke for stroke, misses the can, just lets that gap open up, and you can see the rest of the field strung out at the moment. Ali Day looks under the arm, and I think this is the only leg where there can be a real difference made. If somebody can get a big wave, you pray that something big comes through, you ride it all the way to the beach. I think that's where the gap closes up. The man most likely, Jai Timperley, he looked very strong in transition as Ali Day just sits and waits, and there's nothing on offer. So this might be a key moment here. If he gets nothing on the way in, the rest of the field gets something, we could have a race on our hands.
Jai Timperley was almost out to 60 seconds behind Ali Day at one point, back to almost under 30 now. He is flying.
Yeah, he's on fire, and that's what it's all about, just working your way through. He's halfway down. If he can lose 30 seconds in the first half, he can make it up in the second half. You can see how far down he's getting washed. Ali Day to the left-hand side there. All of a sudden, the water movement is very important here. It might just be building for a little set or so, and Ali finds himself in a bit of a rip. We're praying for a wave to make this interesting, but Ali Day and his entire team are saying, keep it flat, we'll race all day.
Has Huey got a little hot sauce for us here this afternoon? Ali Day, we are on your race leader here. We're in the swim leg, the halfway point here. 3 laps around. This is our second lap. We're in the swim. We've got the board still to come, and then we'll do it one more time.
You can see out the back, the boys in second, third, and fourth are standing on the bank. They're going to get a little run, but Ali Day is going to stand up on the beach. He'll head around for the second last board leg, and then they'll do it all again. Ski, swim, board. It's Endurosurf, round 4 of the Nutri-Grain IronMan series. This man has won races 1, 2, and 3, and it looks like doing the same here in 4. Look at him go. He looks so comfortable. He looks so calm, and he looks so in control.
And as we said, this field, those little things, Ali Day has just been clinical in every race. He doesn't make mistakes.
No mistakes.
And when he gets to this point now, he's just look at that, look out to sea. He knows exactly where the competition are.
Ali Day grew up watching Shannon Eckstein. The thing that made Shannon Eckstein great was he made no mistakes. Ali Day learnt. He was the one making mistakes. He was the one missing the can. He fixed those problems, and he's come here and delivering week after week after week and letting the rest of the field make mistakes and just handing it to him on a silver platter. He's learnt, and he heads out as the rest of the field heads in. That's Corey Taylor heading into the beach. He's surrounded by a couple more. Maybe it looks like Bevilacqua stands up. Matt Poole stands up, so he's had a big swim. So it's Poole, Jai Timperley. Bevilacqua is just been left behind, and this is second place, Corey Taylor. Third place, number 7, Jai Timperley. Fourth place, Matt Poole is having the best race of his series so far, and if he's going to talk about it, probably where he belongs, up in that top 4. He gets a bit of water from his handler Ian there as he charges through. So does Matt Bevilacqua. They're onto the board, but that gap is back out to 60 seconds. That swim has broken the back of the field.
In the blink of an eye, you can see through transition here in that little bit of hill, a little bit better than 2 weeks ago. We had that little travelator there, but again, this is where they've got to make a move. They've got to push across the sand. The legs will be burning.
Joe Collins, Jackson Maynard, Dan Collins there as he goes around. Have a look at Joe Collins, the young gun, 4th in the series. He is fighting for a spot on the overall podium. He knows he has to go. He has to try and catch the guys in front of him because they're all around that mark. Where's Jackson Borg? 3rd on the series. He's outside the top 10 at the moment, and he's not having a good day. This could be Joe Collins' chance to stand on the podium at the end of today.
All 6 rounds across this 2-week interval. 2 weeks ago, we did rounds 1, 2, and 3. We're back for 4, 5, and 6. Of course, on Sunday, we will crown our series champion, Ali Day, leading us out there, almost out to a minute now, Josh. On that transition, we saw the shot with the field coming in, still on the swim, and Ali Day is out the break. Daylight second right now.
Yeah, riding with him there, we can see he just keeps the rating so high. He's not putting full power down, just enough. It's that threshold pace. You keep the heart rate high, but you make sure you don't go into the red zone, especially with this board leg and a full Ironman to go. You don't want to red line this early. He's just keeping it nice and calm, nice and controlled. He'll have a look back, and he knows he's got a big gap. He'll do the smart things. Hard on the way out, have a rest across the back, then work hard on those runners on the way home. There's a few little swells coming through here. Expect him to turn the can, jump to the knees, put the power down, and pray for a wave. Look at him. See, he lifts it now. He knows there's a little run. He can see that little dip in front of him. That's what he's trying to ride at the moment. He sits up, sits back, relaxes, puts the power down now when it's important, keeps that board moving, and it's all about board flow. He'll run to the left and run to the right, depending on where those runners are. He'll make sure he's in the best possible position. And have a look at our chase pack here. Jai Timperley on that white board with the red nose. Corey Taylor there on the Sonic, and then Matt Poole, for the first time in the series, really getting involved today. It's good to see the big fella back. He's done a little bit of work since the opening rounds, and he is in this one up to his eyeballs.
Yeah, he would have been unhappy with how he raced in rounds 1, 2 and 3. A very, very competitive person, and of course a former series champion.
That's
so great to see Poole back out there. And with the waves also brings the experience to the fore. Speaking of waves, dial it up all day, alley day, unstoppable right now.
We've been through ski, swim, board twice when he hits the beach. We've got one to go. They've been racing for, well, roughly 23 minutes now, so expect another 10 minutes worth of work for alley day, and he's eyeing off a 4th straight victory here, but there's plenty to go. I wouldn't write this one off just yet. The boys out the back, they're looking to get some runners. There's some big waves out there, so expect a shake-up, but alley day just looks so cool, calm and collected out in front. He looks a class above, he looks the stronger man, and he looks unstoppable.
And the recovery there as well, that's such a big factor right now. Getting those waves in, he gets to bring that heart rate down, and look at him here, the champion. Former series champion, of course, as we said, almost 600 days away from racing. He is back. He qualified himself through the series. He said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take myself back to the top of the mountain. 3 from 3 so far, looking to make it 4 from 4, Josh. He is absolutely flying.
Yeah, he won series in 2015 and 2019. He's finished on the podium 4 other times. To guys like Matt Bevilacqua, Matt Poole gets one as well. He was on the podium there. So does Jai Timperley. Corey Taylor's missed that. So little mistakes there. Poole and Timperley side by side as they start to work from home. 2 different looking men. Poole's 6'3". He's got long arms. Jai Timperley, he's 5'11". He's down in my territory there, but he's got long arms as well, and he's just a pure diesel engine. He goes all day long, where Poole's a little bit more explosive. He fires up, likes the short stuff, but he is making Endurosurf his domain today in 2nd place. Corey Taylor's there. Joe Collins, he's broken away from the rest of the field into 5th place, and you can see Timperley just looks around. These boys will try and work together in the ski leg to try and get back into this race. It's a long, long way though.
Jordan Mercer, down there, right next to the water. Jordan, can they catch alley day? Take us through how this field is looking.
Look, at the moment, they're looking good, but good is not enough to beat alley day. These boys know, with 1 iron to go, it is well and truly up to them making 0 mistakes, and alley day needs to make some serious mistakes for them to have a shot at this. I think it's just phenomenal to witness what alley day is doing. People need to be reminded he doesn't have superpowers. He has dedicated every ounce of his being to be in this state he is right now. What we're watching is someone who wants it more than anyone else.
Thanks, Jordan, there, and of course, former Iron Woman Series champion. Knows a thing or two about winning races there. alley day in the lead, but Josh, Jai Timperley, let's not forget that he was right with alley day in round 3. Again, hit the can, an error, but he was right there. Can Jai catch him? He's looking really good.
He looks the strongest out of this next pack, that's for sure, as they head onto the ski for the final time. So Matt Bevilacqua's got himself back into this one as well, chasing very hard, and Joe Collins in 6th place. There's a 10-second gap back past that. Maynard, Collins, Gray, Hendy.
Bevy's off.
No, that's Corey Taylor who's come off. Bevy will go past him there. So Poole and Corey Taylor have gone off. They've just opened it up, and we say time in and time out, it's like a broken record. Mistakes will kill you in Endurosurf. Poole goes off. Corey Taylor goes off. Jai Timperley scoots away, and Bevilacqua gets back into the hunt for the minor podium place, and that race for 3rd is very serious. Let's take a look at the replay. Poole, he gets underneath it, dips his head. He does a great job to stay on as long as he does, then gets bucked off the Bronco there. He's alongside it. That's how shallow it is. It's just hip depth out there. The tail of his ski would have dug in. He would have rolled off to the side. Corey Taylor as well. So these things aren't happening to our leader out in front, alley day, and it didn't happen to this man, Jai Timperley, formerly of Byron Bay, now training at the Burleigh Heads Mulberry Park Club under coach Michael King, and he's doing a fantastic job. He's stepped up this summer. He's sitting 2nd on the overall point score, 4 points behind alley day, but if he finishes like it is now, he'll be 5 points behind, and alley's just working every round. Another point he gets away, and he makes it harder and harder for anyone to catch him.
But the rating here from Timperley is up. He is on the chase. He is on the hunt. He is the man that can catch alley day. Can he get around? Can he get away? If the gap is big, but if Huey can dial something up, Timperley knows that. He's got to get close, but the champion,
alley day, dips down the nose of that one. Have a look at no mistakes at all, no problems. He just works across to the right-hand side. That's where those waves are really starting to come through, and you can see it looks like he's going sideways because of that wash off the point, but That's what he wants. He wants to use that ocean to work him back to the transition there. We should talk about this man's coach, Zane Hamill at the Surfers Paradise Club. Could you have done a better job with an athlete? Look right out the back. There is Jai Timpley just surrounding the can, and Ali Day is almost on the beach. Zane Hamill, he's got a bunch of guys in this event. He's got TJ Hendy, Finn Askew, but he is, you'd have to say, the best coach in surf sports. The way he's prepared this man, the way he's got him ready, and the pressure he must have been under after so long out of the sport, so much expectation. He's got a new son. We saw him this morning having a swim with his son Danny in the pool and his wife Kel. They just had a quiet moment, and then he went out and went to war against the rest of the field. Unbelievable from Ali Day.
Yeah, he looked pretty relaxed this morning and ready to race. It's amazing just seeing the joy on his face as well. I mean, this is a tough enduro surf format. This is grueling. This is absolutely brutal. But you can just see how much he's loving being out there racing. And just when we thought the chase was on, Timperley still, though, very much setting up his summer. Let's not forget, he can place himself well at the podium, not just for today, but for the entire series.
That's exactly right. He'll get a wave on his own. Behind him, Bevel Aqua, Corey Taylor, Matt Poole. So this is the race for second place and the all-important 19 points. As he starts to run that one back to the beach, we can see him very relaxed man, one of the most fun blokes in surf sports. He loves to have a good time, but he is as hard as nails. Jai Timpley there. Have a look at Corey Taylor. He's racing off pure fire. He's so angry. He'll still be kicking himself about his mistake before. That is pure aggression racing. There is no worry about that. I wouldn't want to be his handler. He gets to the beach, he'll give you a gobful and go again. He cuts in front of Matt Poole. No friends in surf racing at the moment. Jai Timperley looks very comfortable though as he goes up and around in second. A long, long way down on Ali Day. We'll get the time gap. Corey Taylor in third, Poole in fourth, Bevel Aqua in fifth, and Joe Collins in sixth. This is the race for second, third, and fourth at the moment. These gaps are massive at the moment. It's a minute 12 from first to second. A minute 12. Ali Day might as well be in the girls' race. He's that far in front. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, the time's up there on the top left, but as we said, vital points here for the series on offer as well.
Jackson Borg there, so a long, long way down for Jackson Borg. Behind him, Wes Gould, the man from WA, and then Isaac Smith. So Borg in third on the overall point score. Got plenty of work to do, but he's sitting outside the top 10 at the moment as Dan Collins goes through number 12. Then Jackson Maynard, TJ Hendy, number 5, Nathan Gray, another one of the Surfers Paradise boys. Nathan Gray, actually from this beach. He grew up here. There's Borg going around at the moment. Just behind him, Charlie Verco. So his first ever race in the big time. Got a wild card because Tannen Linden came out, and he's putting it to the boys here today. The one man out in front is
and he got the call up. He's having a good time, but we're all chasing Ali Day. Over a minute. We'll be back right after this. Ali Day, our race leader, is about to hit the final leg of this Endurosurf, finishing off the swim. Josh, he'll jump on the board, and it's all day Ali Day, unstoppable right now.
We are witnessing greatness at the moment. It's not like the rest of the field isn't any good. They're the best in the world. He is just so far in front right now. He might have to have a handicap tomorrow. We might have to start him a minute behind to see what happens. He could win every round of the series this year. That is a distinct possibility, and we need to find someone who can compete with him. Jai Timperley's doing his best at the moment. He's had a great summer so far. The big story, Jai Timperley in second, then third, fourth, fifth and sixth, all from the Northcliffe Club. At the moment, it's Corey Taylor, Matt Poole, Matt Bevilacqua and Joe Collins. They're all chasing the man from Burleigh. You'd think they'd be trying to work together, but Jai Timperley's just turning the screws on these guys. He's pushing the pace and he's had a great swim so far. Corey Taylor hot on his heels. Poole just fell off the back of this group as they went in, and so did Bevilacqua and Collins. So they got to find something special if they want to stand on the podium. This is second and third in our race at the moment, and this is first. He will head up for the final time through transition. He's done ski and swim. He will head into board. He had a little stretch, a shake of the arms, fixes the hair and goes in again. He could do this all day if he wanted. Poole's going to get a wave out the back. Poole's got a little runner, so this might bring him back up. He's got to be able to body surf it. Body surf it into the hole. It just doesn't go long enough. So second, third and fourth there in the centre of your screen at the moment. Bevilacqua in 5th. Joe Collins in 6th. This man, Jai Timperley, in 2nd, working very hard. He looks very relaxed. Doesn't look like he's working that hard, but he is at redline at the moment.
And we talk about the difference. Ali Day to the field. Timperley run a great race. He's in 2nd place right now, but that first leg cost him. He was up to 60 seconds behind Ali Day at one point. Got back to 20 or 30 seconds, but that's the difference. Corey Taylor right there with Ali Day. Misses a can. That is the racing difference that we're seeing from our race leader right now.
Second and third are making mistakes. The winner isn't. That is simply the difference. If you're a young kid watching at home, no mistakes, no mistakes, no mistakes.
Get the notebook out and take some notes.
You don't have to be fast if you don't make mistakes, that's for sure. Timperley, he just runs a little bit longer through transition for the final time. Here we go, the race for second. Burleigh Heads, Mowbray Parks, Jai Timperley, Corey Taylor from the Northcliffe Club. They will go up and around. They grit the teeth, run the Travelator for the final time, get a gobful from their handlers, and they're told to go harder. And they say, Coach, I'm doing it. I'm doing the best I can.
Just what you need as you come up the hill. The look of pain on Timperley's face. This is Endurosurf. We do this lap 3 times. We're on the final leg here with our chase pack. Timperley and Taylor on the chase of Day leading this one out.
Matt Poole, he's a little over a minute 40 down on our leader, but he's only 20 seconds down on the podium at the moment. Have a look at this. Poetry in motion. Ali Day, as we ride on with him. I wouldn't know what it was like to lead a race by this far, but it must feel good on the final leg. He could almost walk it home from here. Bevel Aqua goes around. So does Joe Collins. So that top 6, the race is on. Dan Collins is up into 7th place. Jackson Maynard, he goes through transition in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there. Nathan Gray on his home beach, he's up into 9th at the moment. 10th is TJ Hendy having his best performance of the summer so far. So he's in a very, very good place. And here is the race for the minor placings here. 2nd, closest to us, Jai Timperley. Look at Corey Taylor go. He's put the hammer down. They'll get up and over the top of this one, and that'll hit the guys behind them, and they'll just feel a little bit more comfortable at the moment. They know that if they can work together, they won't win the race, but they'll finish on the podium.
Feels a whole lot better standing on the podium after Endurosurf and crucial series points as well. Rounds 4, 5 and 6, all here in Kingscliff due to COVID. We've had the 2 rounds 2 weeks apart. Amazing effort by all these athletes. Again, a big thank you to the Cooch and Surf Club and the Tweed Shire Council. Amazing energy. How lucky are we to be here on Kingscliff Beach? But the chase is on. So these guys will know 2 and 3. They've got another big break back. They'll turn the cans, and you still want the silver over the bronze. Then they'll turn and burn for home.
Unbelievable. This is the race side by side. Jai Timperley has got the inside run on Corey Taylor there. You can see Taylor starts to lift the pace a little bit as they head back towards the can. This is the battle for 2nd place at the moment, and they're going to go side by side. This man's out in front. He is taking it easy. He'll just look for a little runner there, put the power down, try and turn this into a wave. No mistakes at all for Ali Day. You can see him. He goes, thank you very much. Race is over. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is the best in the business. And he's not just the best Ironman in the world. He might be one of the best athletes in the world. You could put him in football. You could put him in gymnastics. You could put him in long distance running. He could do it all. He swims fast. He board paddles fast. He ski paddles fast. He is the ultimate athlete, and he has proven that here today in Endurosurf.
Endurosurf race leader here, Ali Day, will make it 4 rounds from 4 in a summer of 6. Away to the crowd, Josh. You are with your race leader about to hit the beach, Ali Day.
Hey, look at that. His brother Blair there. It's his handler. High fives all around. He could walk up. He has put on a masterclass. That is one of the best surf Ironman performances you will ever see. From the start of time until now, that could be the greatest race performance ever in the history of the sport. He has put a sword through this field. He's a class above. He is your round 4 Nutri-Grain Ironman Series champion. He is Ali Day. He crosses the line, salutes the crowd, and says, thank you very much. I'll take the cash, I'll take the points. This series is mine.
Let's get back now to the battle for 2nd here, Josh. There's a move on. There's a big move on as we hit the wave zone. Timperley leading Taylor 2 and 3.
Oh, there, Jai Timperley just goes down to the stomach. He knows. Corey Taylor comes back alongside him. Both these boys know if they can get a wave, it's going to turn into a sprint up the beach. Look at Poole on the left-hand side. He's trying to get into the mix as well. He's found a runner, but I don't think he's going to come over the top. Timperley and Corey Taylor. Jai Timperley's paddled himself into the hole. Corey Taylor's just waiting for the runner. They've got to go for broke here. The race is on for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. You can see the technique's gone out the window. Poole's found one as well. He might wash up onto it. Corey Taylor, he runs down it on the right-hand side. Jai Timperley on the knees. No mistakes here, or you could miss out on the podium. They're going to push each other. Jai Timperley's going to come across. He's going to try and cut him off side by side. This is what it's all about. The race for second place. Corey Taylor on the right. Jai Timperley on the left. They put the power down. It's all about the get-off. Timperley gets up first. Taylor's quick. Timperley's got the jump on him, but Corey Taylor's not going to let him go. They go into the Travelator. Then they're into the turn. Jai Timperley's done enough. He'll finish second. Corey Taylor will be kicking himself, but he gets something out of the day with a third place finish. Ali Day's almost dry and changed, but that's all right as well. They shake hands. Matt Poole, his best result of the season, up into fourth place. He gets the chocolate medal there, but he'll be very happy with his return to form.
Oh, the pain on the face on that sprint finish. Timperley and Taylor, that is what Iron Series is all about. You've just spent all that time in the water, then a sprint finish.
Unbelievable stuff. Some of the best in the business. Matt Bevilacqua will finish in fifth place, 1:45 roughly down on our leader, and he's returning to form as well. So some of the big guns starting to get their summer back on track. Joe Collins, fourth on the point score heading into today. I expect him to move up ahead of Jackson Borg after a big result here. Dan Collins, no relation, but they like to hang out together. They've had a few results side by side. Dan from Newcastle, Joe from New Zealand. Nathan Gray on his home stretch of sand. Charlie Verco goes around there. He'll be just outside the top 10 in his first ever race. The wildcard only got a call up midweek.
Just get the call up and get in the racing.
What about that? Thank you very much. Isaac Smith in the orange. He'll have his best result of the summer so far as TJ Hendy crosses the line in 11th. Smith in 12th. Kai Kinsella in 13th. What about that?
And the story there as well. That's some real pressure. We talk about how the points for summer are going to line up, who's going to qualify through again, and some of the bigger names, the pressure they've been under. Our race leader was pretty clear. We'll be back in just a few moments' time. Welcome back to beautiful northern New South Wales, Kingscliff Beach. Our host for today, tomorrow and Sunday, rounds 4, 5 and 6. Well, today it was round 4 and the story of the day. It's been written time and time again this summer. Let's get down to our race winner. He's with Jordan Mercer. Ali Day, we'll talk to him very shortly, Josh, and we're going to tell the same story. He's just so good.
He is a class above, and it just comes down to hard work. He missed out last year. He came back this year. He's been on fire.
Well, let's get down and talk to the great man. Let's cross down to the sand with Ali Day.
Ali Day, your racing is poetry in motion. What does the fourth victory mean to you?
Oh, it means the world. You know, obviously today you've got to pretend like it's round 1 again, as I said before you started, and I just needed to come out, race smart, focus on like the first 10 strokes and just pretend that, yeah, as I said, like it's round 1 again. So I felt like I did really well today. There were a few mistakes that I made in that first ski leg, but I felt like, after that I started to really get in the flow and started to work into the race. So just, really happy, but job's not done yet. Still got 2 more rounds to go, and it's really important I don't get too far ahead of myself now.
This is the toughest ocean sport in the world. How do you make it look so easy?
Oh, I've got great coaches, obviously Zane and my coach Kyle and Taylor in the gym, and I've got a great sports psychologist as well, and a great team around me. Obviously my wife's incredible, and and the other thing is I dedicate a lot of time to it. I'm obsessed by it, and I love it, so I'm really passionate about it. I love doing it, and I'm just grateful that I'm back here racing again.
What's on your mind? There is 1 or 2 men that could possibly take the title from you. You mentioned it earlier. Who's on your mind?
Oh, obviously, like the guys like Jai and Borgia. I'm not sure of the points, and to be honest, like you're only human if you think about them. But I've been in this position before, which I'm really that I know that will really aid me over the next couple of days. So, to be honest, I'm focused about recovery now and getting to the pool, getting some food and sleep in, and I'll come back tomorrow and put my foot on the start line again and go for it.
I have no doubt that you will. Winning suits you, Ali. All the very best, bud.
Thanks, Jodie. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan. Absolutely unstoppable, the only word we could use there, Josh. Let's get to the all-important results and points.
Yeah, we'll take a look at today's results first up, and Ali Day, a full 1:16 in front. That's half a leg there. Timperley and Taylor will be happy. Poole and Bevilacqua bouncing back, and Joe Collins just keeps on keeping on for a good day for the Northcliffe club. Collins, Gray, Maynard and Charlie Verco in his first ever race finishes inside the top 10. TJ Hendy first in the next page. Kinsella and Jacko Borg, he will want better from that. That's dropped him out of the top 4 on the overall point score. Hayden White led early but faded. Gould, Furness, Finn Askew, Zach Morris and Cooper Williams over 5 minutes down, but that's all Ali Day. 80 out of a possible 80 points. You get 20 for a win. He's at 4 in a row. Timperley only 5 down. He's been very strong so far. Corey Taylor, Joe Collins and Borg dropped from 3rd to 5th. Bevilacqua climbed a few spots and Matt Poole creeped inside the top 10 for the first time this series. Over the page, Gray, Hendy, Wes Gould, Finn Askew. They're all close enough if they're good enough to finish inside the top 10, but it's going to take a hell of the next 2 days.
Well, that's how we sit after round 4 of the Nutri-Grain Ironman. We'll be right back to wrap things up right after this. Welcome back to round 4 of the Nutri-Grain Ironman and Iron Woman series, live here from Kingscliff Beach. What a day of racing we've seen. Well, iron racing is all about digging deep and overcoming obstacles. And this season, when recognising an athlete each round who best represents resilience, Josh, it's the Nutri-Grain Unstoppable Moment.
If you could boil a race down to one moment, this was where it was won. Right here, right now. Lizzie Wellborn eased up. Lana Rogers puts the power down, doesn't stop paddling, gets it all the way to the beach and goes on to win the race. It was in that moment that race broke wide open.
Cometh the moment, cometh the champion, and that's what Rogers did there, the unstoppable moment, Josh. So it's 4 down, 2 to go. Let's take a look at the season schedule, what we've still got in store for you. Of course, across 2 more big days of racing still to come. We started with rounds 1, 2 and 3 2 weeks ago, Endurosurf, Super Sprint and Survival. We've done Endurosurf again. We're back tomorrow with the specialist, and then round 6 we'll find out who sits atop of the summer. We'll do Survival one more time, all here in Kingscliff. Join the conversation. Get to @IronSeries. Use the hashtag IronSeries across all of your social media. Get to all the w's.ironseries.com.au for all the information and join the conversation. And don't forget Next Gen, the Under-19 Ironman and Iron Woman series coming to 9 Go as well. We're super excited and looking forward to that. The Next Gen talent is absolutely on fire and we're going to showcase that as well. Next Gen up and about here at the Nutri-Grain Ironman and Iron Woman series. A big thanks to Nutri-Grain, our wonderful sponsors, Finns, Airpol, DHL and Westpac. Well, that's a wrap from here. Round 4 of the Nutri-Grain Ironman and Iron Woman series, but you don't have to wait long for more iron action. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Round 5, it's called The Specialist. We're live from Kingscliff Beach, 12 p.m. on Channel 9. We'll see you then.